I'm on Lake Lyell near Lithgow, just west of the Blue Mountains in New South Wales, and for many years this lake was quite well known as a trout fishery. It produces some good browns and rainbows. It's also got plenty of yabbies in it if you want to come out here and set some traps and catch a feed of yabbies. But for the last decade or so they've been stocking it with Australian bass. And it was a little slow to get started, but the bass are starting to come online now and they're producing some absolute whoppers out of here. Some of the biggest, fattest bass I've ever seen. I've never caught one out of here. I'm going to go looking for them today. I'm going to chuck some spinnerbaits around the timber. We're still quite early in the season. The water's a bit cold for my liking. And as I said, the density of fish in here is not that high, but we'll see if we can find one of these whopper Lake Lyell bass to show you. These things are like footballs with fins. I don't know this lake at all. I've fished it once before for bass, fished it many years ago for trout, so I don't really know what the patterns are. I don't know where the fish are at the moment, so I've chosen a technique that's going to let me cover a fair bit of water fairly quickly, and that involves the use of one of these weird looking contraptions, a spinnerbait. Strangest looking thing I think anyone's ever designed to catch a fish, but they really do work. They've got a jig head and rotating blades on an arm. The thing I like about a spinnerbait is you can fish them reasonably quickly and you can cover a fair bit of water. Belt it in there, they sink quite rapidly so I can get it down the face of all these snags and bits of structure, and then just a nice steady retrieve. You don't have to do anything all that fancy with a spinnerbait. Most of my spinnerbait strikes have come on a steady, slow roll retrieve like this. If every now and again you can pause and just let it sink down, fish a bit deeper in the water column. And I've got the electric motor kicking along most of the time, so I'm actually trying to cover a fair bit of territory. This kind of standing timber that we've got here, that's in about 5 or 6 metres of water, not too far out from the bank, is prime bass habitat. I'd expect the bass to be hunting small bait fish, shrimps and yabbies in between these stands of timber, but as I said, it's only a very sparse population of bass in here at the moment, so I think we're going to have to cover a lot of water to find them. Yep, there's one. Whoa! It took a while, but changes of lures and changes of location, and we finally found one of Lake Lyell's lovely brown trout and got it to actually stick. I've had quite a few follows and strikes from these fish. This is the first one I've been able to pin firmly. Gee, they're a beautiful fish. He's in immaculate condition. He's a lot smaller than some of the ones that I was getting follows from before. Ah! That, whoa, settle down matey. That's a lovely chunky brown trout from Lake Lyell on a little hard-bodied lure. I gave up on the bass in the end and just decided to go with trout tackle, so I scaled right down. You can see the waves coming through here. We've got the skiers and the wakeboarders going past. It's a popular spot. We're up and down, but you know what, I think that wave action against the shoreline, stirring up the silt, might actually be displacing some yabbies and shrimps and attracting the trout in around the edges. It's the middle of the day and he's absolutely walloped that. I'm going to keep that one. Success at last at Lake Lyell. I've marked a couple of fish through here on the sounder. We've got about 7.5 metres of water underneath us, and there was a couple of fish holding just a metre or so off the bottom, so I've actually dropped a soft plastic right down onto the bottom, and I'm fishing it much as you would for a flathead in salt water. Just lift, drop, lift, drop. Oh, that was a tap. Come on. Yes! Got him! It worked! Oh, that's a pretty strong fish too. It's gone deep after a bit of a swirl on the surface. Just slugging it out, this one. Come on, mate. Ooh, that's got some weight to it. Ooh. Oh, yes, that's a nice trout. Oh, I tell you what, they're in immaculate condition, these Lake Lyell trout. Beautiful fish. I'm just going to grab him. He's pretty tired after that crash dive. Just peered beautifully under the lip. Come on, mate. Be good. Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at that on the black and gold squidgy. Whew. It's been a lot of hard work, but we've ended up with a couple of beautiful fish. I'm going to take them home and cook them up. I reckon these brownies out of here are going to eat really, really well. Whoa, they're as nicely marked fish as I've caught anywhere. That fish could come from one of the Tasmanian Highland lakes or whatever, but it's actually just here in the Blue Mountains, a couple of hours west of Sydney. You really want to check out Lake Lyell. It's a bit of an unknown jewel. Plenty of skiers and wakeboarders come here, but not so many fishermen, and they're great trout like this and beautiful big Australian bass. Check it out on our Facebook page. Here's the details.